Hey, welcome back. You're doing absolutely amazing to get this far. Fantastic. You're a massive success. Now, we're going to teach you a wonderful, wonderful technique called scrambling. This is classic NLP. No other system uses this. So, how do you do a scrambling technique? Well, scrambling techniques are all about how to take negative old experiences, memories, traumas, anything that you want to get rid of, anything that you want to deprogram yourself for, and just destroy it. You know, they used to describe it as taking a CD or taking a record and taking a car key and scratching across it, scratching across it, scratching across it, okay, until that thing would never play the same again. That's what a scrambling technique is. It's taking a memory and so completely screwing it up, it'll never work again. It's like if you took the parts in your computer and you moved them all around and plugged them in any old place. Pretty soon it wouldn't work, you know? It's like if you, I used to tell my therapy clients, I said, do you think if you absolutely, positively had to, could you screw up? And they said, oh my God, Paul, I'm awesome at that. That's why I'm here. And I would say, oh my God, you too? Me too, I can do it too. This is awesome. It's like we were separated at birth. I can screw up. I said, well, that's how all you have to do to get rid of negative and difficult emotions, okay, and experiences. I want you to recall them, bring them up into your mind, just like you would open up a file in a computer. We're going to totally screw them up, and then we're going to save them, okay, which means jump out of them. And just like a computer file, you open up a computer file and you start pounding on the keyboard. You got this text document and you're pounding on the keyboard and you're erasing stuff here and there and scrambling stuff and moving words around and copying and pasting and doing all this stuff, and then you hit save. What happens to that file? If it'll even come up, it won't work the same again. It doesn't mean the same thing. It's just, it's destroyed. It's rubbish now, okay? So it's not a negative thing. It's just, it's kind of a piece of crap. It's nothing now, which is a much better feeling than being traumatized. So a scrambling technique is when you open up a memory. See, every time you open up a memory, it's like opening up a computer file. Every time you remember something, you actually go into the memory, it's open, it's exposed, it can be changed. And if you think about it a little bit different or focus on different things, that file changes. And then when you stop thinking about it, that's like saving the file, almost like if you shut your computer down, it would autosave. And it's different. So people don't realize, a little interesting piece of psychology here, your memories change over time, especially your most cherished memories. You know why? Because you've opened them up, thought about them, you're very thinking about them and focusing on them changes them, and then you saved them. So you opened it, changed it, saved it. Opened it, changed it, saved it. Opened it, changed it, saved it. Matter of fact, the memories that you have that you're most certain of, because you've recorded them so many times, are actually the ones you've recorded, altered, and saved. Opened, altered, saved. Open, altered, saved. So you're so sure they're a certain way, but you know what? There's massive distortions in there. So your most cherished memories are also what? Your most distorted. So we can use this power for good. So once Bandler and Grindler figured this out, the gentleman that started NLP and developed these techniques, realized that when you opened a memory, you could screw it up. They just said, how many different ways can we screw it up? They said, sequencing, we said, is important in any recipe. So let's run the damn thing backwards. You know, if you're being beaten up, it feels a hell of a lot when you're not being beat up and it's going backwards and the bruises are coming off your face as opposed to going on. When the blood's going back into your body as opposed to coming out, you know? Same thing for rape or somebody saying something nasty to you or having any kind of bad experience. It always feels so much better as it's getting better and better and better than as opposed to as you go through this drama, it's getting worse and worse and worse. So, backwards is an awesome way. Then screw it up. Make them talk in a funny voice. Make them sound like Mickey Mouse. Put funny faces on them. Put rabbit ears on them. Anything you could think of. Funny actions. Have them hop on one leg the whole time they're saying something or doing something. You know, you basically want to rewrite history in any way, shape, or form that you can think of. You know, put them in a pink bunny suit. Anything that you can think of that'll totally screw up the memory. Now, one thing I don't have listed here, and they don't classically teach it in NLP, but I'll teach it to you as a bonus, is given the fact that we're opening a memory, we're changing it, and then we're saving it, why not remember it different? We do this naturally anyways. Just totally alter it. You'll say, well, it won't seem as real. If you repeat it often enough, it'll seem pretty real. It'll be at least part of the scrambling technique. Each one of these pieces, the backwards, the funny voice, the funny face, the funny actions, all this type of stuff is all a piece. So rewriting it can also be powerful. Have it come a different way. They weren't beating you up, you were beating them up. They didn't rape you, they were about to rape you, and then they decided to walk away and go get a donut. Something has changed, okay? They were about to rape you and you pulled a gun out, okay? That's a different history than what you had. That will get averaged in with the old history, and over time, at least, even if you still remember the event perfectly, what you will notice is the emotional content will go down to half of what it was, 30% of what it was, 10% of what it was. Sometimes almost can't be found. Perfect technique. Here I got a couple visual examples for the visual people in our class today. Of the scrambling techniques, the funny faces, the different ways of seeing it. You can put funny ears on them, funny teeth, funny expressions. Just totally get creative here and just totally mess with it. And the more you fool with it, the more ways you change it, especially when it's the opposite emotion, where I like the funny stuff or the weird stuff that makes me laugh. And so now I'm programming myself to laugh at this stuff instead of be upset about it. That tends to work the best for me. You experiment with it, see what works best for you. Whatever works for you, boom, that's the perfect strategy.